Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is David from Citizens Are Not Slaves. I want to talk about the subject of freedom. I know that it's very common in conservative circles to say that freedom is, or free markets, right, are give us all these great innovations and the benefit and blessing of the nation. And I think that that is fundamentally it misunderstands what's really important. Because freedom or free markets are really just freedom exercised in a very specific domain. It's freedom that matters. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not arguing with free markets. Free markets are amazing. Freedom is the thing that matters because that gives you the ability in every domain to go out and do the same kind of miraculous benefits as free markets give us, right? So I think it really go back to like playing chess, right? You have two people in the game, and you have the first rule of game theory, and that is that each of those players is going to basically play the game, making the best move for them from their perspective. Now that really identifies what freedom is. You get to make the move that you want to make from your perspective. Now there are certainly rules in chess, but both players are have the same rules, right? So you can move things in a certain way, but there is enough freedom to make the game enjoyable, right? So you have the ability to move any of the pawns, one or two places. You have the ability to move your knights in kind of the weird L shape. You have the diagonal bishops and the straight rooks. The freedom is what gives you the ability to make interesting plays, right? If you had to, for instance, do or make the move that your opponent told you to make, the game would not be anywhere near as interesting. No one would want to play. They'd just say, we're done. I'm done with this game. You're just going to tell me to make bad moves. I don't want to do that. Freedom is essential to every facet of life, every component of life, everything that we do. We have to have freedom. And right now, the governments are engaged in taking away that freedom in very specific ways, right? In incremental, small ways that are just maybe annoying to us, but it is fundamentally destroying what the nation is. What America is about freedom. And if we allow the freedom to be ripped from us, to be stripped from us, all that'll be left is every other nation in the world. Every other nation already has people living in it, governments, nonsense happening. They're trying to actually undermine the fundamental, most important thing in America. And this happens to be the 4th of July, and we need to not let them. What does that mean? I don't know what it means. We need our governments to start paying attention to us. We need courts to stop pussyfooting around. The Supreme Court, we know you're not doctors. We freaking knew that, all right? You didn't need to tell us. We bring cases to you because you're judges. Now, if you're not judges, then step the fuck down, okay? Just get out of the court system. We bring cases to you because you're judges. No one wants you to make a medical decision. Nobody wants you to make a medical ruling. We want law, right? Is it lawful for the state to take away the privileges and immunities, the freedom and the rights of citizens? Is that lawful? And the answer is no, it's not lawful. And we all know it's not lawful. And we know that you can't do it. The reason we write laws down is so that everyone can know what they are. We write laws down so that everyone can know what the law is. You've heard this, ignorance of the law is no excuse under the law. Well, of course it isn't. And it's definitely not an excuse for judges, and it's not an excuse for governors, and it's not an excuse for county commissioners. You know that you don't have the authority to make the orders and the rulings that you're making. Stop it. We are on the precipice. A lot of people have said that there's a civil war brewing, and this is why. The government has decided people don't have rights, and they're not going to listen to us anymore. When that happens, historically, every time that's happened has been a bad time for people, right? beheadings, the French Revolution. Every revolution basically starts like that. Every revolution starts with the people and the government have a conflict that can't be resolved anymore because the government stops listening to the people. That's what causes revolutions. That's what causes civil wars, right? When irreconcilable differences occur, violence breaks out. But this is the point. At this point in time, county commissions, governors, the president, for crying out loud, judges, you all have the ability to listen to people and say, okay, we understand that you have rights and we're going to stop violating them. We're going to put injunctions in place and tell people not to violate the rights of citizens. It's that simple. It's that important. It's necessary for the continuation of this nation. The nation needs to continue. And you guys are doing everything you can to stop it. You guys are doing everything that you can to make this not work out anymore. I don't know why. I don't get it. Why are you doing what you're doing? Fear? Cowardice? Mostly cowardice. I'm going to say cowardice. Everybody has fear, but it's cowardice that makes people abdicate freedom. So freedom is like the most important fundamental thing that we have in the United States. And right now we're losing that. Everything we have is based on freedom. All the prosperity, all of the good times, all of the wonderful stuff that we have in the United States, it's all based on the fact that we have been a free nation for hundreds of years. If we lose that, we will lose literally everything along with it. It cannot be allowed. It cannot be allowed. So, do this. At the very least, refuse to wear a mask. Take your mask off. Throw it away. Make them fine you. Make them do whatever it is they're going to do. Make them do it. I know it's actually been difficult because the places I've gone to, it's not like the police are there giving tickets like it's a speeding ticket. Basically, you come across the clerks and the people running the business are basically saying, we're just not going to do anything if you don't have a mask. So it gets to be very difficult. I'm probably going to have I'm going to have a situation tomorrow where I'll be able to do something, and we'll see what happens. But we can't let freedom just slip away from us unchecked. We have to do something about this. All right. You guys have a great day.